guys, I'm Allie with iMore, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Logitech Ultrathin Keyboard cover for the iPad Air. Okay, so we'll start off by looking at the hardware aspects of this, but before we do that, we'll cover what this keyboard comes in. It retails for $99, and it comes in black and white. So depending on whether you have a black or white iPad Air, you can get it to match. So the first thing you'll notice about this cover is if you've ever owned a smart cover, it's very similar to that, which means there is no protection for the back. So if you're concerned with that, you'd need to get a case that complements this. I think iSkin and a couple other brands make, I think Incipio makes feather cases that should work okay with this, or you could always just get a back shield for it. Either way, no protection for the back, so we'll start off with that. But that also means that you have access to all of your ports. You won't have any issues there. So starting at the bottom here, we have got, let's flip this over, that's probably easier. So over here on this side we have, and we'll see if we can get this to focus. Okay, we've got a Bluetooth pairing light, an on-off button, and a charging port. So this will come with a cable as well. And again, your dock for your actual iPad Air is right down here, so you don't have to worry about using any third-party cables not working since this does not cover the back. Coming around the side, not too much to see here. One thing I will note is this gap kind of bothers me. So I don't know if it'll bother you or not. I don't know if it's just the iPad Air's design. I don't remember this gap being here on previous generations of this keyboard cover, but it's definitely very noticeable on the iPad Air version. So if that's something that's going to bother you, I'd think about that. Again, full access to volume buttons and mute switch. Coming around the top, not too much to see. So again, full access to all your buttons and your headphone jack. Over on the side, this is where we've got our hinge that holds this on. So the way this works is pretty much it works as a cover that protects the screen when you're not using it, or when you flip it open, it's a keyboard cover. This works like any smart cover, so if you've ever used those, you just pull it apart and it clicks right in there like that. So when you're ready to put it away, it just clicks right in. So as far as usage goes, you basically take this off and you set this keyboard down. This is probably the thinnest option you're going to find as well. So this keyboard is very thin, so if you're looking for lightness and you don't want to add any extra weight, this is probably one of your go-to keyboards. So we'll set this down, and the way this works is you pretty much just pop the iPad right into the top of this. So what we'll do is we'll set my iPad right in here, and it sits right in that hinge. So that's pretty much how you're going to use this. The keyboard layout itself, Logitech makes really good keyboards. Again, and I've said in other keyboard reviews, most manufacturers have the keyboard layout down. You'll see a few differences here and there, but other than that, most of them are okay. So what we're going to do is I will pop into iTech Speed here, and I have this keyboard paired up. And just like I've done with other ones, we'll see how fast I can type on this. So. Okay, so I think this is actually my fastest speed ever. So it looks like I got 22 words correct, 1 incorrect, and 84 words per minute. That's pretty fast. So again, this keyboard is probably one of my favorites in terms of layout. I would say that this is probably neck and neck with the Zag keyboard as far as my preference goes, as of now. So removing the iPad from here, we'll take a look at the actual keyboard layout. So not backlit, but that's okay. You can get this again in black and white. So taking a look at this keyboard, unlike the Logitech Folio case, you have dedicated tab and caps lock keys. So I think this helps with spacing. I also don't find myself, when I go to hit a 1 or an exclamation point, I don't find myself hitting the home key accidentally. So coming down here, you've got your function key, and then you have got a top row here. Let's see if we can focus a little better on that. Okay. So you've got this top row, you've got a dedicated home button, your function key, you can lock your iPad, open Siri, over here you've got some skip track buttons, play, pause, your volume buttons, pretty much what you'd expect to find. On the Logitech Folio keyboard, your international keyboards are up here, I believe on the number 4 key. On this keyboard, you actually have it right next to the space bar. So if that's something you use frequently, this might be a better option. Again, this keyboard layout, great, easy to type on. It's probably, again, the thinnest offering you're going to find for the iPad Air. So we'll see as we get into more of these keyboard reviews if there's anything else that's going to pop up that's this thin. So I would recommend this case to anyone who wants the thinnest and is willing to compromise protection, because obviously this is not going to provide very much protection. If you drop your iPad, this case is probably just going to go flying off since it's just magnetic. So again, great keyboard case if you're not concerned with protection. If you happen to pick this up or if you chose something else, let us know in the comments. Otherwise, we'll have more coming soon.